Bruiser Wrestling. I'm Sean Boomer Bratton. You can see Sebastian Rose, who has been teaming now with Andy Shane. They want to make a run at Dick the Bruiser and Casey Thunder, the current Bruiser Wrestling Tag Team Champions. But Sebastian Rose in singles action right now, and he's given up a lot of size and a lot of power to the mammoth Rosey. Rosey, superhero in training. He has competed worldwide. He sometimes wrestles under the name the Voodoo Murderer, which is very intimidating. But Rosey, no matter what he's wearing, whatever name he is using, is a very intimidating fellow. And Sebastian Rose certainly has his work cut out for him. Collar and elbow to start things off, and Rosey just basically throwing off Sebastian Rose. You might want to rethink that strategy, Sebastian. Not necessarily the smartest strategy here as things get moving here. Your main event this week on Bruiser Wrestling. Oh, and Rosey is feeling really good about himself. Look at that. Just look at that power. Just tossing off Sebastian Rose like he is nothing. And Sebastian Rose, again, just kind of in disbelief that happened. I think everyone in attendance could have told you, Sebastian, that was going to be the end result of what you were trying to do there. New strategy maybe for Sebastian Rose. He is finally back in the ring. Going to do whatever he can to not lock up with Rosey. And quite frankly, I don't blame him. Trying to call for a timeout, spending a lot of time talking with the referee, spending a lot of time talking with the fans, trying to do everything but actually wrestle Rosey, your main event this week here on Bruiser Wrestling. Another collar and elbow, nope, boot right into the middle, and now a knee into the midsection as well, and a punch. Not having a whole lot of effect on Rosey. And Sebastian Rose now for his third punch. And Rosey basically shaking things off. I think Sebastian Rose inflicted more damage to himself on those. Rosey just stands there, blocks that fourth punch, delivers a punch of his own. Rose is reeling. Yeah, Rose has seen better days now. I'm wondering if he's wishing that he had Andy Shane at ringside with him right now. And Rosey going to deliver that big headbutt, and Sebastian Rose once again goes down. It could be like a pattern that we see throughout this match. And Sebastian Rose looking to the referee for some comfort. He's not going to get that from the official here in Bruiser Wrestling. And Rosey going to send Sebastian Rose for a ride. Rose hits the ropes, tries to go for a sunset flip. Again, probably not your best strategy here, Sebastian. And Rosey, just taking his time, jumps up and jumps down. How is Sebastian Rose? I don't know how he got out of that one. Basically just trying to scoot out the back end, should we say. And trying to get his face clean, I guess. We've seen Sebastian Rose look a lot better, but again, when you're in there with someone the likes of Rosey, you're giving up a lot of size, you're giving up a lot of power, and typically, as you wrestle Rosey, a lot of this is the end result. Rosey now, though, misfire. Sebastian Rose able to move out of the way, and now Sebastian Rose takes over, trying to be quick about his offense, just a lot of boots. We're going to see a lot of kicks, we're going to see a lot of punches. I won't be surprised if we see some eye gouges, because again, he is teaming up with Andy Shane, and Andy Shane loves to go for the eyes. And what's Sebastian Rose doing right now? Had the advantage and trying to walk away from Rosey just for a little bit. You know, inflicted some damage on Rosey, but you got to keep the attack up. And look at that, just walking right back into that knife edge chop from Rosey. Sebastian Rose trying to fight back with a couple of punches, some kicks, back elbow. Still not enough to knock down Rosey. Sebastian Rose, big shoulder tackle. Goes for a cover, doesn't hook a leg. That's not going to do it right there. I could have told you that. Now he hooks the leg. Now he hooks the leg. He might have to hook both legs and arm and who knows what else. Grab a handful of tights maybe. That might be his only option here before too long. Sebastian Rose just really beside himself, not really sure what he has to do to put away Rosey right now. A couple of boots into the middle, doing the old Garvin stomp here, it looks like, working his way all around the body of Rosey, hitting all those joints, going after the knees, going after the elbows, going after the shoulders, and now just for good measure, a stomp right across the eyes, just basically taking that the sole of the boot and just rubbing it right across the eyes of Rosey. Now going into that rear chin lock, trying to slow things down and really trying to just take the air away from Rosey. Leaning onto him, putting his weight on the back of Rosey, which puts an additional strain on you. And look at that now, just really trying to cinch things in. Again, taking the oxygen away from Rosey. So that way Rosey basically is going to have nothing left. At this point, the referee is right there going to check things, make sure that it's not a choke, but also to make sure that if it's time for Rosey to pack things in, well, the referee will be right there. Rosey trying to fight back. He's up on one knee now. Sebastian Rose has to keep him from getting up to his feet. Too late. Sebastian Rose trying. Comes off the ropes, is met with a clothesline, comes off the ropes again, met with another clothesline. Rosey just backing him up into the turnbuckles. What are we going to see here? Sends Sebastian Rose in, he hits the buckle. Sebastian Rose gets his feet up, and Rosey is staggering right now. Sebastian Rose is perched, jumps off, and he is caught with a big Samoan drop. Oh, that's going to do it. That is going to do it. Didn't really need to hook the leg, but he did so anyway. And the winner is Rosey. But again, now for Dick the Bruiser and KC Thunder, you have to realize that Sebastian Rose, who is a dirty player, perhaps the dirtiest player outside of Andy Shane, he is coming for you. Him and Andy Shane have formed that tag team, and they have made it very clear that they want to get those tag team titles from KC Thunder and Dick the Bruiser. But for this day, though, Rosey is your winner. Sebastian Rose cannot believe it, trying to argue with the ref, saying that maybe there was a hair pull, a handful of tights, who knows. Look at that again, big Samoan drop, just catching Rosey as he jumps off that middle rope. The referee is right there. Rosey just leaning back on Sebastian Rose, has that leg hooked just for good measure. And the winner of your main event this week on Bruiser Wrestling is Rosey. Find us online, bruiserwrestling.com. More Bruiser